You don't actually plan for that oftentimes, and Reclaim does. Hi, my name's Julian. I'm lead engineer, and what that entails is pretty much me talking to everybody, external and internal in the company, finding out what our problems are and trying to help fix them, and sometimes enabling my colleagues, sometimes talking to customers directly, or sometimes also fielding escalation calls to alleviate any issues. So I've got a lot of meeting pressure basically in my calendar, right? And then still a lot of deep focus work that I also need to do, so we can actually get some of the problems that I talk about and get them addressed as well, right? Get them actually solved. So it's always sort of a struggle finding the balance basically between focused work versus talking to people. I took a lot of organizational classes and try to improve both my resiliency and my methods and what I was actually doing. I had a bunch of to-dos that I would put in my calendar manually and move them around whenever anything changed, which triggered this cascade of events, and then I had to move something else to make space for that, etc., etc. In a week, easily something between 5 to 10 hours, I would say, maybe sometimes more, right? Fiddling with all the events in calendar. One thing leads to another, and then you also have to balance the issues with each other, think about priorities. Is this customer more important than that? Is this internal problem more important than an external partners or whatever? Then I have to move everything else again. So how would I accommodate that, right? And try to keep everything under control all the time. It was a lot of mental load in addition to the actual time I was spending, I would say. And that is just something I've offloaded, basically. So smart meetings are really, really cool because I can just sort of set them and forget them. And then if there is an issue, it comes back to me, right? I can configure them to stay on my calendar, and I really like that feature. I do a lot better with honoring my agreements internally, like the one-on-ones with team members. That's much easier to handle now. I just have a different time slot, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. or something. I've assigned that to sort of deep work. I will use that for tasks specifically, right? In contrast to any of the meetings and other things, which is exactly what I want, without me having to manually pull them around and fit them into my private life sometimes and all that. So I have the decompression time set on many of my meetings. That's also very helpful. Just have a little breather. But people don't do that, right? People just put events after event after event, and then you don't have any time to take a breather, yes, but even just to look at your notes and maybe put notes into your CRM or your ERP or whatever. You're succeeding. Thank you for doing what you do. Keep doing the good work, and thank you for having me.